Hi, I'm Kate with The Productive Teacher, and today we're going to practice spelling the OR sound with the letters O-R-E. Here's how it works. I'm going to show you a picture and tell you a word. You're going to count the sounds in the word, and then we will work together to spell those sounds so that we have spelled the word. You might want to have a whiteboard or a scratch piece of paper as we work. Let's get started. This is a picture of a shore. The word is shore. How many sounds do you hear in the word shore? There are two sounds in the word shore. What's the first sound you hear? Sh, sh. What letters make the sh sound? S, H. And then I already said we're practicing the OR sound spelled O-R-E today, so we know it's going to be O-R-E. This is how you spell shore. Our next picture is a store. Store. How many sounds do you hear in the word store? There are three sounds in the word store. What's the first sound you hear in store? S, s. What letter makes the s sound? The letter S. What's the next sound? St, t. What letter makes the t sound? The letter T. And what's the last sound in the word store? Or we know that is O-R-E. This is how you spell store. Our next picture is a daughter folding and her mom's watching her. The word is chore. Chore. How many sounds do you hear in the word chore? There are two sounds in the word chore. What's the first sound you hear? Ch, ch. What letters make the ch sound? C-H. And what's the next sound in chore? Or, O-R-E. This is how you spell chore. Our next picture is a mom with her baby. Oh, the word is adore. Adore, because the mom adores her baby. How many sounds do you hear in the word adore? There are three sounds in the word adore. What's the first sound you hear in adore? It's kind of a schwa sound. I know that it is spelled with the letter A. It's just something you would need to know. When we hear a schwa, we're not always sure what letter is making that sound. But in this case, A. What's the next sound in adore? D. What letter makes the D sound? The letter D. And what's the last sound in the word adore? Or O-R-E. This is how you spell adore. Our next word is explore. Explore. How many sounds do you hear in the word explore? There are five sounds in the word explore. What's the first sound you hear? Eh. That's a short E. We spell it with the letter E. X. X. What letter makes the X sound? X. What's the next sound we hear? X. P, p. What letter makes the P sound? The letter P. What's the next sound? Expl. It's the letter L. And what's the last sound in explore? Or is going to be O-R-E. That's how you spell explore. Our next word is board. Board. How many sounds do you hear in the word board? There are three sounds in the word board. What's the first sound you hear in board? B, b. What letter makes the B sound? The letter B. What's the next sound you hear in board? B, or. Or is O-R-E. And what's the last sound you hear in board? Board. D. What letter makes the D sound? The letter D. This is how you spell board. Our next word is forehead. Forehead. How many sounds do you hear in the word forehead? There are five sounds in the word forehead. What's the first sound you hear? What letter makes the F sound? The letter F. What's the next sound you hear in the word forehead? Or is O-R-E. What's the next sound you hear in forehead? For, what letter makes the sound? The letter H. What's the next sound in forehead? Forehead. We've got a short E sound, which we would usually spell with the letter E, but we have a vowel team making that sound. We've got EA making the short E sound. Forehead. What letter makes the D sound? The letter D. This is how you spell forehead. Our last word today is herbivore. Herbivore. Sometimes people say herbivore. We're saying herbivore so that we can hear all the sounds in the word. A herbivore is an animal that only eats plants. A zebra is an example of a herbivore. How many sounds do you hear in the word herbivore? There are 6 sounds in the word herbivore. What's the first sound you hear? What letter makes the sound? The letter H. What's the next sound you hear in herbivore? Is spelled E-R. What's the next sound you hear? Herb. What letter is the B sound? B. What's the next sound you hear? Herb. I. I is a short I. We spell it with the letter I. What's the next sound? Herbiv. What letter makes the V sound? The letter V. And what's the last sound in herbivore? Or. O-R-E. That is it for spelling today. Thanks so much for working with me. I'll see you next time.